This is episode 120 of Family Life Mornings.
Wow. Now, I call that a really nice change of pace.
We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast, a look at some of the moments you might have missed this week. If you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And find out more about us at familylife.org.
Steve, Terese, and Randy. Because you can never have enough friends. We're Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Well, there's a new toothpaste that makes a debut today. It hits the markets November 1st.
No, wait a minute.
Today is November 1st.
Last week, remember, Terese, last week he brought up deodorant and different uses. And one of the things was you only use it like twice a week. You're not going to say that about toothpaste,
No, I am not.
Okay,
I'm not.
good.
But
All
have
right,
you ever
good.
taken a drink of like orange juice?
Oh.
And then right after,
Well, you
after
brush your
brushing
teeth,
your
yeah.
teeth,
That's the way.
it doesn't taste really
No.
good,
Not
does
at
it?
all. Nope.
Well, a company that is known for making orange juice and other fruit juices has now come out with a new toothpaste. And this toothpaste will not ruin the flavor of your orange juice. So you can brush your teeth and drink your orange juice and everything's A-okay.
Wow.
Now, I call that a really nice change of pace.
Nutritious and delicious.
Just like Fruit Loops. This is Family Life Mornings.
Most likely won't happen. It won't happen. You're worried about it, but more than often it doesn't happen. The things that you're worried about. Let me put you in a situation, both of you. Let's say you're in your car and you're driving, and it's like early morning or maybe early evening, and you're near woods, and you're driving. What are you thinking could happen?
Deer could jump out.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Or maybe a bear is going to come out and maul you. I mean, that's also
Exactly.
a
One of those
possibility.
things. Always a possibility. But most of the time, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Most of the time, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Things happen when you're least expecting it, probably. Like when you're in your kitchen, just minding your own business, and all of a sudden you hear something, the front door, crashing through the front door. And here comes, you walk out to see what's going on, and you come face to face with a deer, right in your house.
Oh,
Wow.
I know.
That's scary.
It is. They usually say the buck stops
This
here,
is
but
not-
no. It kept going, and it crashed through the back window and out.
Wow.
So anyway, so now that you're probably walking into your kitchen this morning, and you're wondering, it's probably not going to happen.
No, probably
I would
not.
hope not.
Watch out when you go to your living room. The living room, though, is very possible. No, it probably won't happen. No, it's not going to happen.
Last spring, on a planet not too far away, the Empire of Darkness was driven back by a hero who brought balance to the sunlight.
My name is Daylight Savings. I'm here to rescue you.
But now, he prepares as the Empire of Darkness strikes back.
I have a bad feeling about this.
As the days grow short, so do the hours of sunshine.
The darkness clouds everything. Impossible to see at 5 o'clock it is.
Good. Everything is going as Ben Franklin has foreseen.
Will our heroes prevail as time is turned back?
Our clocks have been turned back from 1400 hours to 1.
I'm altering time. Pray I do not alter it any further. Or will we have to wait until next spring?
So this is how the sunshine dies, with pumpkin spice latte.
This Sunday, don't forget to turn back your clocks an hour.
It is your destiny.
A reminder from Family Life.
Danger ahead, danger ahead. You want to avoid energy drainers so your day goes a little bit smoother. There's some obvious ones like too much caffeine that'll keep you up at night. So then by the time the next day rolls around, whether it's at work or home in your life, you're a little bit drained of energy. Lack of exercise is another obvious one. You've heard about this one. But how about this one that you may be guilty of that's draining your energy and you may not be aware of it? When you say, and it can be at work or it can be just in your life, saying yes all the time. Just not, you just say yes all the time because you feel badly for not helping.
Yeah.
So you say yes, exactly, right. Yes. So be careful of that. It could happen also. I was thinking around, let me give you an example, and you guys participate with me here. Around even later this month at the Thanksgiving table. Want some more turkey?
No.
Yes.
How about some mashed potatoes?
Yes.
No.
How about some pie?
No.
Yes.
Well,
Randy's going to be a lot more tired. So don't say yes all the time. Have a little discernment.
Fun conversation, good music, and something to think about. Family Life Mornings.
well, maybe you're one of those people that has some candy left over in your house. I was just reading something about chocolate, and I realized that it's serious. We need to prioritize the chocolate that might be left over. For example, dark chocolate, if properly wrapped, usually in a foil, can last about 2 years. Milk chocolate, on the other hand, and white chocolate, which isn't even really chocolate, only lasts about 10 months. And so what you need to do is you need to prioritize and consume the milk chocolate before the dark chocolate. But I don't know, it says here dark chocolate can keep for up to 2 years. Not in my house. I'm not sure where this research came from, but maybe.
It disappears, I think.
Starting your day with a smile and a dose of encouragement, too. Family Life Mornings.
Well, I'd never heard of that. Or that. Or that one. Or that one. There's this long list of amazing God's creatures, little animals that I've never, ever heard of. Most of them I couldn't even pronounce. But one of them I could pronounce, and I just never heard of it. It's kind of a variation on a bat. You know, bats aren't really real popular for some people. But anyway, it's a bat in combination of a couple other things. And the name of it, I can pronounce this. It's called the I. A-Y-E? A-Y-E. I suspect. I don't know where exactly it got its name, but I suspect. I didn't look this up totally. But I believe it started out on a naval ship. And this little thing went flying by, and the officer in charge said, "Was that a bat kind of thing?" And of course, on there it said, Aye, sir.
Aye, Skipper.
Captain.
Aye.
Yeah.
I suspect. Or it may not be, but little aye.
I just don't even know what to do with
Yeah.
The most fun way to start your day.
Family Life Mornings.
Well, if you're tired of cold coffee, coffee that started out as hot, but that gets really cold, you add this one thing to it and it will stay hot 20% longer. This one thing.
The inside of a Pop-Tart?
No, that's not it.
That's what I was thinking too, actually.
That's like molten lava, you know. No, believe it or not, if you just add like milk or cream to your coffee,
really,
the fat in that helps to hold the heat a little bit longer. And so me, with all the frou-frou stuff that I like in my coffee, can enjoy the cup a little bit longer. You, with your flaming hot motor oil, has to chug it right down because it's going to get cold right. And that explains why you chug the motor oil. So now I know. Now I know.
You put a little glop of Pop-Tart in there.
You'll always wake up on the right side of the bed when you start your day with Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Well, Brandon, this is something that my wife and I really pushed in our kids when they were younger, but that was, we wanted them to read. Reading books is really good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and 11-year-old Evan knows that because he reads all the time. But it's really who he reads to that raises some eyebrows. You see, this boy regularly visits animal shelters to read to dogs to help them socialize. And his favorite book to read, by the way, to the canines is Belly Rubbins for Bubbins.
I love that book. It's great.
Which, of course, sounds great already. And it is, in case you didn't know, a story about a dog that was placed into a shelter and got adopted. And Evan also came up with a fun way to help these dogs get a forever home by interviewing the pups to show their personality to potential adopters. And recently, Evan was named Kid of the Year, I think appropriately, which he says makes him feel good, but also makes him want to do so much more.
That's cool.
That's wonderful. I love that book, Belly Rubbins for Bubbins. It's my second favorite. My first is Belly Candy for Randy. It's a really fun.
Facing a brand new day is a whole lot easier when you remember that God is in charge.
This is Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
I can't even believe we talked to this thing. This thing can't talk back or even understand. I mean, it's not voice activated, but almost half of people say that they have talked to this inanimate object. An ATM. The automatic teller machine.
Right.
You put in your card,
Yeah.
put in your numbers, gives you the money. What are you saying to the ATM? That's the question this morning.
Andrea in Kirkwood, New York.
Talking to your ATM?
Yep.
What do you say?
Give me that money.
Give me that money.
Give me the money. Do they comply? Do they give it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pam from Bampton, you crazy people, why did you change the screen menu again?
Oh, they're always changing the screen menu.
That's true. That's true.
Like the grocery store.
Oh, they moved the coffee again.
Oh, thanks.
This text from Chris and Machias, I think it sums it up for all of us. Is that all? Yeah.
To be or not to be? Here are some questions.
Who wants to play this morning with Family Life?
Marcia in Monterval.
What were your grades like in school, Marcia?
B.
Well, that's good. This is to be or
Good.
not to be. It's a game designed for B students, and B students typically have the best chance of winning. So we have 5 questions for you. Your goal is to get 4 of them correctly. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Here is your first question. How many colors are there in the rainbow?
7.
Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Golden State?
California.
What road sign is shaped like an octagon?
A stop sign.
Which autumn fruit floats in water because 25% of its volume is air?
Apple.
And what does the Richter scale measure?
Flooding.
Let's see how you did on to be or not to be.
Here we go.
How many colors are there in the rainbow? You said 7. That is correct.
Yes.
I knew them all. Roy G. Biv.
That's right.
Remember Roy G. Biv? That's how
I
we
remember
it.
red, orange, yellow,
Well,
green.
I said red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
Yeah,
Right.
good old Roy. He came through.
The U.S. state that's nicknamed the Golden State. You said California. That is correct.
Oh, that's 2 for 2.
The road sign that is shaped like an octagon, that is the stop sign.
Oh.
And regardless of what people have told you, the white line on the outside doesn't mean it's optional. Which autumn fruit floats because 25% of its volume is air? You go bobbing for apples. You got that one correct.
That's 4 out of 4 now. You can't get this one right.
The Richter scale. You said it measures flooding. Is that what you said?
Something like that.
You had to say something other than earthquakes, and you got that one wrong to win. Congratulations.
See, you actually in this game you have to be smart because you have to strategize. If you know all 5, you have to say, what are some other funny things that the Richter scale could measure?
I thought it would measure how many Ricks there are in the room.
That's right. Yeah. Let's see. One. None here. None
Well,
here.
my brain was just saying, don't say earthquake.
Congratulations, you won from Family Life Mornings.
I am in awe of our Bible quizzers, and I've always have been. Memorization is an amazing thing, and they do a great job. It's part of the ministry of Family Life, if you didn't know about Bible quizzing. So when I see things about, tips for helping to memorize things that seem impossible, that interests me, because I'm just, again, in awe of the memorization. Obviously, the number one thing is repetition, to do that and to keep it in there. But let's say you take like a 10-digit number, and someone says, okay, 2,155,444,218, and you go, how am I supposed to remember that like right away? Well, I can't remember that, but how come I can remember my phone number when I was a kid? 215-544-4218.
Right.
Same numbers,
Yeah.
same 10 digits,
Yeah.
but there was something connected to it, and and of course that's repetition too.
Right.
So they do different things like connecting. Maybe you take that same number and you take the first 2 numbers, 21, and maybe you remember something on your 21st birthday, or 55's the next 2, and that's the speed limit, the old speed limit, and maybe just different things. Associate things with numbers, or just association is another thing. Another thing that I associate 2,155,444,218 with, because that's the number of jokes I've tried to tell and never gotten a laugh. Still, that number is still growing. Let's see, for 219 now. 219.
Please excuse our enthusiasm. We just love spending time with you.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.